Hi everyone, just so you know, the day of voting in Wisconsin is today. I think the polls close at 9. Last time I checked on Google. Yeah, it's at 9. And this is for both the Democratic and the Republican side. They both vote tonight. So, if you're in Wisconsin, get out and vote. The Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton teams have been very competitive in Wisconsin, and in the latest polls, Bernie's been winning, and that's very good. But Hillary Clinton's tried a tactic that is very fair, and she's open to trying it. She says the latest polls have us down. It's going to be a tough fight. Look, in terms of how she presented that, she needs you to show up and vote for her if you support her. I think that's very fair compared to all the other unfair stuff Hillary's done. But, you see, the thing is, Governor Scott Walker is trying to suppress the vote, whether it's just intended for Republicans or not. And Bernie's called him out on this, and I'm going to call him out on it. Governor Scott Walker, you're not a leader, and as Cenk Uygur on TYT puts it, you're a butler. So, yeah. You're no leader. You did that because people told you to. You can't make one decision by yourself. Your hand's caught in the cookie jar, man. Just do like Bernie said and get out, get another job where, you can be somebody else's puppet. Because that's all you are. You're a puppet. There's always a hand stuck up your back. Or up your anus, I don't know. Probably your anus, because that explains why you're such a douche. But, yeah. You try to suppress the vote, guess what? We fight back, we come in huge numbers. And we prove that even with voter suppression, we can win. Heh. That's my cheap-ass take on calling Scott Walker out. I'm sure you can do better. Any of you guys could do better than what I just did. I'm just being an asshole to Scott Walker because he's an asshole. And, being an asshole to assholes, that's at least an asshole you can respect. Or not. Your choice. But anyway, Bernie supporters, Bernie's been winning in these last polls, and just because he's been winning, don't think that, this is wrapped up, that, I don't gotta show up, Bernie's got this. No. Bernie's saying, we're so close to winning. Get out and vote, guys. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. Get out and vote for the guy. I mean, seriously. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a prick or anything. I'm just saying, get out and vote for the guy. Bernie needs us. And so the path to victory is narrow. There's still a path, though. I don't think it's as narrow as the pundits are putting it. The fact that you have to win 57% of the delegates, it's not exactly narrow. That's not exactly narrow enough to be considered narrow. I mean, 54 to 45% of the delegates, that's a big gap, like Robert Rake put it. I don't know if that's his last name, but he said it's a sizable gap, but got a piece of hair there. It's a sizable gap, but it's still winnable. You can still win. I mean, the fact that it's that close, I think should have Bernie supporters a little enthusiastic, even with everything Bernie's taken. Look at how far he's come. I mean, that is a revolution. But, yeah, I don't have much more to say about this. If you're worried about if you're registered to vote or not, check the voter ID website in the description below. It'll explain on Bernie's website to see if you're registered to vote. I mean, he's not necessarily doing this for him. He's just doing it to where everybody has a fair chance to vote. But, okay, one more thing, Dad. I think Bernie should have sued Scott Walker, like they sued the Secretary of State of Ohio for suppressing the vote there. Bernie needs to sue everybody in these states that he can without going too far in order to ensure that everybody has the right to vote and to follow what the Supreme Court did. They said one person, one vote. That's a huge victory. You don't normally see that in Supreme Court anymore. But then again, you had the gay marriage ruling. That was another victory. So we need more victories like this to just ensure that everybody gets a right to vote. It's not even for Bernie. It's just to ensure a fair vote. But like I said, check the voter ID thing in the description below. It'll make sure you're registered to vote and that you will not be turned away. And if you are turned away, just be like in Arizona. They're still fighting for their rights there. It's not over. But they're still fighting. So do what you can to register to vote and show up to vote. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, to my fellow Bernie supporters, feel the burn. And Wisconsin voters, get out and vote.